Hello, welcome to Learning Every Day with me, Lisa Aaron. This channel will benefit teachers, homeschoolers, and students of all ages. I'm here to help you learn. I have broken down the basic coursework so that a young child can follow partway through the lesson that will continue to a more in-depth advanced level. I encourage all learners to take the challenge to learn with me. Begin by taking your time, and if you need to review anything, simply go back and watch the lesson again. Our learning circle and subscribe. Greater or less than. Comparing numbers. Comparing numbers means deciding which number is the greatest and which number is the least. Greater than or less than. This sign means greater than. This sign means less than. Use these signs to fill in the blanks below. What is going to happen? The shark is greater than the little fish. Greater than. Can you see the greater sign? Can you see the less than sign? Which is more, which is less? Write the numerals that show the number of things in each group or set. There are 5 fish on the left. There are 5 fish on the right. They're equal. In the center, you see the equal sign. Which is more, which is less? Write the numerals that show the number of things in each group or set. How many fish on the left? 1. How many fish on the right? 2. 1 is less than 2. Which is more, which is less? Write the numerals that show the number of things in each group or set. How many fish on the left? 2. How many fish on the right? 1. 2 is greater than 1. Which is more, which is less? Write the numerals that show the number of things in each group or set. How many fish on the left? 7. How many fish on the right? 2. 7 is greater than 2. Which is more, which is less? Write the numerals that show the number of things in each group or set. How many fish on the left? 4. How many fish on the right? 9. 4 is less than 9. How many fish on the left? 19. How many fish on the right? 7. 19 is greater than 7. How many fish on the left? 16. How many fish on the right? 15. 16 is greater than 15. You are the teacher. Correct your student's paper. 3 is greater than 1. Correct. 10 is less than 20. Correct. 25 is greater than 24. Correct. 11 is less than 14. Correct. 15 is less than 15. Incorrect. 23 is greater than 24. Incorrect. 7 is greater than 3. Correct. 12 is less than 15. Correct. 8 is greater than 9. Incorrect. 6 is greater than 5. Correct. 7 is less than 7. Incorrect. 7 is equal to 7. It should have an equal sign. 8 is greater than 5. Correct. Comparing numbers. If you know the number line and understand how each number is greater from each other from 1 to 20, you can answer any greater or less than question to 1,000,000. All you need to do is compare the numbers next to each other and remember the sign greater than and less than symbols. Comparing numbers. Comparing numbers means deciding which number is the greatest and which number is the least. The symbol greater than means greater than. The symbol less than means less than. Use these steps to compare. To compare two-digit numbers, look at the tens place. The bigger number is greater. Number 2. If the tens are the same, look at the ones place. For example, if we look at the number on the left, the ones place is a 0 and the tens place is a 1. The tens place is 1. Now we got to look at the number on the right. We see a 5 in the ones column and a 1 in the tens column. Both these numbers have ones in the tens column. So then we have to think about the ones column. In the ones column we have a 0 on the left and a 5 on the right. The number on the right would be greater than, because 5 is greater than the 0. 10 is less than 15. Look at the tens place. On the left, you see a 1. Look at the tens place on the right, you see a 1. Now let's compare the ones place. On the left, you see a 0. On the right, you see a 5. Because 5 is bigger than 0, you know that 15 is bigger than 10. 10 is less than 15. Let's look at these numbers. We have a 12 on the left, 10 on the right. But now let's look at it and break it down by looking at the tens columns and the ones column. If we look at the tens column, on the left we see a 1. If we look at the tens column on the right, we see a 1. So then we have to move to the ones column. On the left we see a 2. On the right we see a 0. So the 2 is greater than 0. This means the 12 on the left is greater than the 10 on the right. 12 is greater than 10. Here we have 20 on the left and 15 on the right. But if it were a number that we didn't know and we just wanted to figure out if it's greater than or less than, we break it down and look at the tens column. On the left we have a 2. On the right we have a 1. We know that 2 is greater than 1. So automatically we know that the one on the left is greater because it has a 2 and the one on the right has a 1. So 2 is greater than 1, so the number on the left, the 20, is greater than the 15. It doesn't matter what number, you can figure it out by breaking it into its components. On the left we have the number 41. On the right, we have the number 31. If we didn't know which was greater, we can break it down. In this case, there's two numbers. Start with the tens column. On the left, we have a 4. On the right, we have a 3. 4 is greater than 3. So we know the number on the left is greater than the number on the right. We don't even have to look at the ones column. And the ones column, they're equal. They have a 1 and a 1. But we know that 41 is greater than 31. In the tens column, on the left, we see a 4, and on the right side, in the tens column, we see a 3. 4 is greater than 3. Comparing numbers, 41 is greater than 31. Comparing numbers, 25, and we see a 29. In your mind, look in the tens column. Which number is greater? In the tens column, they're the same, 2 and a 2. Now we have to move to the ones column. On the left, you see a 5, and on the right, you see a 9. Which is greater? The 9. 25 is less than 29. Comparing numbers. In the tens column, you have a 3. Look to the right. In the tens column, you have a 7. 3 is smaller than 7. So 3 is less than 7. So we know 37 is less than 73. Comparing numbers. The number on the left is a 2 and a 3. The number on the right is a 1 and 7. If we look in the tens column, in your mind, on the left, you see a 2. If you look to the right in the tens column, you see a 1. 2 is greater than 1. So we know already the 23 on the left is greater than 17 on the right. 23 is greater than 17. Comparing numbers. On the left, we have an 8 and a 4. On the right side, we have a 4 and a 9. If we look in the tens column, we see the 8. If we look at the tens column on the right, we see a 4. 8 is greater than 4. The number 84 is greater than the number 49. We didn't even have to go and look at the ones column because we already knew that 8 was greater than 4. Comparing numbers. You see a 5 on the left in the tens column and a 6 on the right in the tens column. We already know that 5 is less than 6. We don't have to look at the ones column, but if we did, we'd see there 8 and 8. We know that 58 is less than 68. We don't even have to know the number 58. We just have to know the little numbers by looking at the placement of the numbers. Comparing numbers. You see a 2 on the left. On the right, you see a 3 in the tens column. So right away you know that 2 is less than 3. 20 is less than 30. Comparing numbers. Comparing numbers means deciding which number is the greatest and which number is the least. The symbol greater than means greater than. The symbol less than means less than. Use these steps to compare. Number 1. Are the numbers or digits the same? If not, the number with the most digits is the largest. 675 is less than 2,430. We know this by the number of digits. If you look on the left-hand side, the 675 has 3 digits. If you look on the right-hand side, the 2,430 has 4 digits. Just knowing the number of digits, we know that the one that has the larger amount of digits is the larger number. This number has more digits, so it's greater, and that being the 2,430. Number 2. If the number of digits is the same, begin with the digit on the left. Which number has the largest digit? That is the greater number. If you didn't know anything about place value, or a tens place, or ones place, if you would just think in your mind, what's on the left? You could figure out what numbers are bigger compared to the others. You could compare numbers. We can think of it as just being left. Which number to the left is greater? On the left, we have numbers 5, 4, 8. On the right, we have numbers 2, 6, 5. We always have to compare, moving from left to right. If you look on the left-hand side, you see a 5. Then you go to the right number, you see a 2. 5 is greater than 2. So you know that the 548 is greater than the 265. Number 3. If the digits are the same, move to the next place and find the larger number. Here we have 624. When we look on the left number, the first number we see is a 6. When we compare it to the right number, it is also a 6. When we look at the next number on the left, we see a 2. When we compare it to the right number, we see a 2. So now we have to go back to the left side and look at the next number, 4, and then compare it to the 5. We know that 4 is less than 5. Let's review this sequence. If we look at the 6's, they're the same. Go to the next digit, 2. Here they are the same. So go to the next digit, 5 is greater than 4. Here we have a 2 on the left, 0, 0, which is 200, and on the right we have a 3, 0, 0, which is 300. We compare the furthest number from the left, starting from the left side, is 2. 2 is smaller than 3. We know that 200 is less than 300. Here we have 254 is less than 255. The 2 is the same, so we move to the next digit. 5 is the same, so move to the next digit. 4 is smaller than 5. 254 is less than 255. Here we have 7 is the same, so we move to the next digit. 2 is the same, so we move to the next digit. 6 is larger than 5. 726 is greater than 725. So on the left side we have 4728. On the right side we have 4722. The 4's are the same, so we move to the next digit. The 7 is the same, so we move to the next digit. 2 is the same, so we move to the next digit. 8 is larger than 2, so we know that 4,728 is larger than 4,722. Here we have, on the left, we have 230. On the right, we have 234. 230 is less than 234. 230 is less than 234. And we have 360 on the left, 335 on the right. 360 is larger than 335 because we look to the left, we have a 3, and on the right we have a 3. Then go back to the left, we have a 6, and on the right we have a 3. We know that 6 is larger than 3. 360 is greater than 335. Here we have 120 or 120 on the left, and on the right we have 135, 135. We look at the first number on the left, which is a 1. They're both 1s. Then we go to the next number. We have a 2 and a 3. A 2 is less than a 3. 120 is less than 135. It's as simple as that. 170 on the left, 155 on the right. Compare the first digits. They're both 1s. Go to the next digit. It's a 7. 7 is larger than 5. 170 is greater than 155. 274 on the left, 254 or 254 on the right. We look at the digits. We have a 2 both sides. And then we have the next digit, 7 and a 5. We know 7 is larger than 5. 274 is greater than 254. 1130 on the left, 2214 on the right. Digit on the left is a 1. Then we go to the right side. On the right we have 2. We know that 1 is less than 2. 1130 is less than 2214. But you don't even have to know that big number. You just have to look at the single digits and you'll have your answer. 1110 on the left, 1104 on the right. And if we look at all the digits from the left, they both have a 1. Go to the next digit, they both have a 1. And then go to the third digit, it's a 1 on the left and it's a 0 on the right. So we know that 1110 is greater than 1104. Here we have 3320 on the left and 3335 on the right. Let's compare the digits again. On the furthest digit, we have 3s and they both are the same. Go to the next digit, they both are 3s. So go to the next digit, we have a 2 on the left and a 3 on the right. So we know that 3,320 is less than 3,335. Are you ready? Are you really ready? Let's look at the digits on the left. 5, 7, 2, 8, 5, 3, 7. And on the right side, it's 5, 7, 2, 2, 8, 9, 2. Go look at the furthest digits to the left, and they're 5s, both of them. 7 is the same, 2 is the same, so move to the next number. 8 is larger, so you know that 5,700,028,537 is larger than 5,007,022,892. You just compared a million. Good job. I've enjoyed learning with you. If this was helpful, subscribe for future videos. These educational books are written in a unique manner that teach a younger child to an older child, depending on how the material is presented. It is my fundamental goal to educate in a way that teaches children to a higher level of learning. I'm a believer that children can learn if you expose them, break down the concept to simpler elements. Check out these books for their academic usefulness.